I had to style this grid layout in a real-world project. And while it sounds simple, adding these separation lines actually required tons of code. The challenge is we want right borders between cells expect in the last column and bottom borders between rows expect in the last row. At first, it seemed like we would have to write a lot of rules to make this work. But what if I told you we can achieve this with just 2 lines of code? Let's dive in and see how we can keep things clean and easy to maintain. We start with simple HTML structure. We have div with class of grid that contains multiple cell elements, each containing a bar. In the CSS, we'll start with some basic styling. We'll set margins and paddings, apply dark color scheme, set up our grid container with display grid, specify 4 columns and center it on the page, and make each bar inside the cell visible with background color and rounded corners. Let's start with the right borders. So to create separation between cells, we could add borders manually. Here's a common way to add a right border to each cell. Expect those in the last column. However, there are 2 problems with this approach. It's repetitive. For every new row, you will need to add another rule to remove the border or the last cell in the last row. And it's harder to maintain. More code means more work to keep things organized, and it can impact performance. What if I told you we can achieve the same result with just 1 line of code? Check this out. This selector applies a right border to every cell. Expect those in position that are multiples of 4, like 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on, which with this approach, if you add more rows, there are no need to change the CSS. It adapts automatically. Next, we will use a similar approach for the bottom borders. Here is our code. This selector adds bottom borders to every cell. Expect the last row. The nth last child -n plus 4 part means select the last 4 items. So we're excluding them for having bottom border. This way, if you add more cells, the CSS still work as expected. And we should consider an important note on performance. While these CSS selectors are powerful, keep in mind that using complex selectors extensively across your website can impact performance, especially on large pages. Use them wisely. With just few lines of efficient CSS, you have created a clean, adaptable grid layout with consistent borders. That's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like more CSS tips.